The first autumn market of 2020 is less than 20 hours away, and we hardly have anything done yet. But I'm not worried. Serina and I work together really well as a team. We're so in tune with each other that we finish each other's sandwiches.
How's it going?
Slowly.
You got your rain gear on today.
Yep, all geared up.
Kinda look like a marshmallow.
It's cold. I got some layers on.
So what are we bringing to market this week?
Not very much, because I'm feeling lazy. But we'll still have our 10 items. We got flowers, gotta take advantage of the flowers because they're probably only here for a couple more weeks. Beets, carrots, kale, Swiss chard, zucchinis, cucumbers, tomatoes.
Did you say lettuce?
I don't know about lettuce. I don't know if we're gonna do lettuce. There's not very much right now.
There'll be lots.
There will be some coming. We just have a bit of a lull. There was one other thing. There's
cucumbers?
Yeah, I think so. Here, flowers, carrots, beets, Swiss chard, kale, cucumbers, zucchinis, tomatoes. Oh, garlic. Forget about it because we don't have to do any work for it. And then I need one more thing, because that's 9.
Oh, herbs.
Maybe herbs? I don't know. I was staring at these purple cabbages. We got some softball size ones. We maybe send that down. The days are short. It gets dark here like 7:30, so I do need to be a little bit on the ball. Obviously, we've been using the headlights to harvest, but there is some stuff that I want to get done when I still have daylight. The kale's starting to have some caterpillars in it, which means the Swiss chard probably does too. So I want to try and pick that when I have daylight so I can see if there's any bugs in it to make sure I'm not...
It's going to take a bit more work on the cleaning side for the kale.
Yeah, not like, because we haven't been cleaning the kale. The rain also makes things a little bit dirtier because the water hits the ground, splashes up. So we have a little bit more work for washing all of that rain dirt off of stuff too.
This is the first bit of rain that we've had, really substantial rain, since that kind of like warm, late summer weather that we were having.
Yeah, since like June. I guess we had some rain at the beginning of July.
Yeah, we had some. I think we had a storm pass through in August as well, early August. But we really don't get very much rain here during the summer months. Yes,
it's very dry as our grass shows.
Yeah.
But it's amazing, you know, a week of cool weather, you know, a single rain, and it's already starting to green up a little bit. And the difference of rain versus like irrigation water, I can really tell the difference in the farm. So next week, I think the greens are gonna be looking really nice, really healthy.
Different look, change of season.
Different look, different flavors. Obviously we still wanna eat tomatoes every day, but we can eat it on a bed of sauteed kale instead of
yeah,
with zucchinis. One crop that really doesn't like the rain is the chickens. It's not raining super hard, so they are out of the coop, but they're all hiding under here, and they're not coming and running out and saying hi because they do not like getting wet. It makes them grumpy. Right? Are you a bunch of grumpy ladies? Are you a bunch of grumpy ladies? Look how wet you are. Are you wet too, buddy? Look at these bad chickens, leaving their eggs all over the ground. What a bunch of bad chickens.
the eggs are everywhere, but it's not actually the chickens being bad. It was us yesterday not collecting the eggs. So they're like, it's all full. Where do I lay my eggs? Also this week, we're gonna bring eggs. So that's 11 things that we're bringing to the market. After visiting the chickens, we have to do the thing that we do the most of on our harvest day. Wash our hands! We do everything, and then we wash our hands, and then we wash our hands, and then we wash our hands.
I picked all my flowers yesterday, so I got them resting to get all hydrated. And then tonight, probably when it's dark, I'm gonna arrange these. But oh, they still look so beautiful. All the zinnias, gotta love them while I still have them. The week that we took off from market, I still did some flower harvesting. I just harvested stuff specifically to dry, because once everything is dead in my flower farm, these are gonna be the flowers that I'm gonna be bringing down to the market. So I haven't arranged them yet. I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with them, but we'll see. I'm getting a pretty good stack. I have a couple boxes, I have a bunch of stuff outside, I have a bunch of seed pods. It's, you know, you gotta start working with it. I also need to not have buckets of beautiful fresh zinnias to do a side-by-side comparison with, because dried flowers, they just don't compare to the fresh things, in my opinion, personally, but better than nothing when it's winter. Last night when I was prepping up all my greenery, I found this in my basil. This is a praying mantis egg sac. And so they lay these this time of year, and then they overwinter and they hatch out in the spring. So we gotta go put this into somewhere to overwinter safely, because we definitely want these. Praying mantis are a great beneficial insect to have out there munching away on all those bugs we don't want.
Look at all the pumpkins that I harvested out of our tomato greenhouse. Why were these growing? Are these volunteers? I think they were volunteers.
These were the mouse who stole all of our squash seeds.
Oh, that's right. The first night we brought them out, some mouse came and stole all the seeds and then hid a bunch of the seeds, and some of these seeds actually germinated, and this was the result. Today I'm on wash duty, so Serina is harvesting the beets and the carrots to start. I'm going to clean the beets off, and then I'm gonna wash the carrots as well. Even after making videos for 3 years, every time I start the camera and start filming, my heart starts to race and my mind goes blank and I don't know what I'm saying. And I start talking, and after I turn the camera off and we filmed a video, I realized I was talking about myself the whole time and I never asked about you. So how is your day going? I hope you're doing well. It's very rude of me to be going on 3 years and never ask, how are you doing?
Those are some yummy looking carrots.
Pretty good?
Yep.
I think we're about to get hit with some rain.
I know, it was so nice. I took off my raincoat, but it's looking like I'm gonna have to bundle back up again.
You jinxed us. It is a little bit annoying when it rains on harvest day, but when you live in a desert or technically a semi-arid region, you never complain about the rain. Buddy.
Oh, look! Look at what you found! Where was it?
He was just on this harvest basket.
The sun is out!
Yeah, maybe the rain is done. we can get some sun and warm it up a little bit out here because I am pretty cold. My hands have been submerged in water and there's not very much dexterity there right now. But the carrots, they're all cleaned off. I just about have all the beets bunched, and once I get the roots done, then I can get changed into some dry clothes and we can start on the kale.
We've made some progress here in the harvest. We actually have some things completed before nighttime. I got all the zucchinis picked. We also have a selection of those roots completely done. At this point, I'm probably gonna move on to greens, get my kale and my Swiss chard all picked up. And we have Leah home. We're trying to bribe her to pick the cherry tomatoes for us. She's pretty good at that, so if we can get her out of the house now that the weather's cleared up a little bit and onto the farm, we should be making good progress by dinner time. I've been thinking maybe we should pick out a basket of these little mini cabbages because we have more cabbage than we know what to do with, and they're starting to split. When they split like this is a sign of the fact that they're overripe. They're not gonna hold in the field for much longer, so maybe this should be our 10th item. Got a good amount of cucumbers. We definitely have to enjoy this basket while we still have it. As I was picking, there's not very many small baby cucumbers on these plants. So it's, we have some cooler nights and some less than ideal cucumber weather. So I don't know how many more weeks worth of cucumbers we're gonna have. And we're definitely not gonna have multiple big full baskets like this going into the future. So, my precious. It had been raining so hard all day that I didn't know what was going to happen for the sunflowers. So I'm pretty happy to see the sun coming out and it looking like, we might not be getting more rain for the rest of the evening. Gives a chance for these flowers to dry off. The sunflowers, if I pick them, they're super drenched, they're super wet because the centers here can hold a lot of moisture. They can start to look less than ideal as they sit there and wait to get into people's homes. So I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know if I was gonna be picking them, but I'm thinking at this point, buckets and buckets of sunflowers.
There's lots.
Yeah, I probably, honestly, I could probably pick, 30 bunches, like 300, maybe even 400. I'm not going to. I'm only gonna probably pick whatever fits into 2 pails because there's only so many sunflowers to sell. But I don't know how many I'm gonna have going into the future because they've kind of all just opened up. So gotta enjoy them while we still can. We'll get some to give to the ladies. The ladies also have to enjoy the sunflowers while they still can. Lots of sunflower seeds for these spoiled chickens. You guys are spoiled. You're not even trying to eat the sunflowers.
The sun is finally out. My clothes are still drenched, so I'm still a bit cold. Gonna put on some dry clothes and then I'm ready to go. Now I'm ready to go back to work. It's 6 o'clock now. How you feeling?
It is?
Well,
Is that late?
yeah. It's like
Well, that's a problem.
5:49,
Later than I thought it was.
but we've had dinner.
We got dinner.
That's a something. So now, no more break time till we're done. What are you doing right now?
Picking some cherry tomatoes.
They look good.
Trying to get the kids to come join me.
It's not working very well. They're playing with a toy car in the chicken run.
I'm on basket collecting duty.
Now Serina is harvesting sunflowers and I'm gonna go help her strip the leaves off.
Do you want to take this? Just in time, we got all the sunflowers picked. We have 2 buckets of sunflowers and the sun is down and it's definitely gonna get dark soon. So it's 7 o'clock. Honestly, we're doing really good for us considering we had a lazy day yesterday, lazy morning. All we have left at this point is I need to get the greens still done, which will take an hour and a half. And I need to pick the cherry tomatoes. So, 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, including washing, to get all that done. And then, a couple hours of bouquet making, but it's gonna be an early night for both of us.
What's going on over here?
I'm exactly where you left me. I'm just picking cherry tomatoes. Except for now it's dark out.
And cold.
And cold. It's definitely like serious drop in temperature. It's supposed to get down to 8 Celsius tonight, which is pretty cold.
How you feeling for schedule?
I don't know, fine. All I have left to do is to finish this up. I have like 15 minutes. And then Swiss chard and then bouquets. Got some sleepy kittens.
Tell everybody how the bouquets are going.
They are coming together. Kind of. They will come together. I got a whole pile of tomatoes. Ian hates them.
Yes, I hate them very much.
So I'm using lots.
How many bouquets are you aiming for?
I'm gonna do 6 buckets. And then you have the
2 buckets of sunflowers.
2 buckets of sunflowers. But I got everything else done. What are you doing?
I am washing eggs. This week is going to be the first time we try to sell eggs at the market. We just haven't brought them down yet because normally we kind of sell out during the week. But we didn't really push the sales very much this week, so we have some extra eggs. Figured, hey, let's go down and see what people think.
I like these bouquets.
Yeah. We'll be sad to be done with the zinnias.
Middle spikes and then like a surrounding of zinnias.
Yeah.
Sold. And then this bouquet smells so good.
I know, with the lemon basil.
Yeah. Like it's super aromatic.
Well, you know what we're doing more of next year?
Bazoo.
Nope. Amaranth. I think we should do 2 full rows of amaranth next year because I think amaranth is so good that people want just amaranth.
I think you definitely want just amaranth.
I do. I 100%. I want to be able to just bring in a straight bundle of amaranth. These still look pretty good for now.
Those look good.
I still have all these zinnias that I need to use up. I'm gonna do something with cosmos and cilantro and these, which are looking so good. Look, the foliage on my pink drapey amaranth has turned pink with the cold weather. This is like, it's like fall color. You know, how could you not just want this as a bouquet? Like $10. That would sell.
Lasts forever.
Yeah, I want this. But yeah, I'm gonna do this and the cosmos and then in the cilantro. Here. Ooh. All those together. It's gonna look good.
It will look good.
Yeah. I still have all my parsley flowers that I love to work with. So
Yeah, I really like the green and the parsley.
yeah, these pop super good with like the pinks.
The dark, rich.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of the dark pinks this week. Yeah, I can do some of this in with it too. So I got some.
Point to one thing that you won't be growing next year.
One thing I won't be growing next year. Here. Hello, a big massive dinner plate dahlia that is wilty the day I picked it. You're on the cut list.
You know it's not?
What?
It's like cool colored snapdragon and stuff.
Oh yeah, more snapdragons.
But especially this like copper colors.
Well, so this one I'm like meh.
Yeah,
But the bronze rocket is so good that I bought a packet of just it so I could have it. But then I had problems germinating my snapdragons, so I had like 2. But I'm rebuying it. We're gonna do better next year. Me, but in bronze. We are on the ball, so you gotta get some sleep.
Yep. And I'm excited for the market tomorrow. I feel like we could have our best market of the year. At the very least.
I feel like we'll have the best market of autumn.
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. So
I don't think we're gonna have our best market of the year because it's supposed to be rainy. You know, there's probably at least $1,500, if not more, in that truck. So
Yep.
we're still sending lots of money's worth.
we still could potentially have the best day of the year.
We have the product.
I just don't think there's gonna be the customers. All right, it's 20 after 5. Truck's all loaded up. So it is time to go to the market. Just after 8 a.m. and the market has started. I still haven't made a sale, so that's kind of like a indicator that it's a bit slower than normal. Also, we weren't here last week, so we might have, we might be down a little bit on traffic just because people won't be looking for us as much. But we'll see how it goes. Market is over. We had our best market since July. We sold $790. I don't know, maybe there were some early August markets in there that were better, but all in all, pretty strong showing for the first autumn market. That's really exciting. But I really don't want to talk about it very long because they locked the porta potties up before I went to the bathroom and I really have to go. So I'm gonna rush home.
Ian's back! And we've unpacked the truck.
Yep.
And I am very impressed because there is way less in there than I was expecting.
Yeah, so $790. And I probably sold $80 or so after the market closed. It was crazy. The market closed, they walk around with a bell and they ring it so that you can start taking your stuff apart. So I set up the tripod because I wanted to do a time lapse. And as soon as I did that, I got rushed by, I think it was like 6 customers in a row.
This harvest was brought to you by Pumpkin Spice and Cozy Scarves because it was definitely an autumn harvest this week. It was rainy and it was cold. And the greens were looking amazing. The kale looked really good.
Yeah.
Also, like what I'm hoping for future autumn harvests is it was a lot more relaxed than the summer harvests.
Yeah. And
we weren't hitting it full energy, but we still came out with a really good harvest and a really good market.
And the thing that I think I was most excited about is last week we took the week off and I was worried that we were going to be like, extremely lazy people going into this.
We are extremely lazy people.
Well, I don't think we're extremely lazy people, but
I started harvesting at like 1 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah, but it's not like you weren't doing other farm tasks all week. As we were doing stuff.
I guess extremely lazy is relative.
Yeah. So my point is, I didn't want to have this like disaster, like, oh, we barely make it, we crawl across the finish line. Like just, when you feel really lethargic when you're doing everything. But we came back, we were like rested, and I felt really upbeat the whole time. Like I was happy, I had a good time the whole time. Like it was just smooth sailing, right? And it was like a happy time. So it feels like we're back in the groove. Is what it feels like to me.
But wouldn't it have made a way better video if we like didn't make it and like cried about it at the end? Wouldn't that be a better video?
I don't know. I don't think so. This is a happy ending.